Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with Site Survey Pros. Just wanted to give an update on the free course that we're offering right now. So this is kind of a sample of what you'll get if you do decide to sign up for the paid course. The paid course isn't ready yet. We've just been adding a lot of content to it. And the reason why I decided to do a paid course is just to complement those of you who have signed up for our paid membership for the Wireless Site Survey Directory Group and Network Cabling Group. So for those of you who have signed on for a membership for the directory, you do get a discount for a complete paid course, which is the full course. But anyways, this is just an update for what we're offering for the free course. In the free course, I'll have a link out to it very soon. But anyways, it's called the IT MSP Free Lead Generation Course, and this applies for if you're an IT company, a managed service provider, a network cabling company, or a wireless site survey group. This will apply for you. Or if you're just looking for lead generation, but this is mostly focused on lead generation strategies for MSP and IT companies, because like I mentioned, like for those of you who've been following me, I own Innovative Digital Group and Site Survey Pros, and I've been doing site surveys and IT and network cabling for the last 18 to 20 years. So based on that, and just sharing my experiences of, how our team does lead generation through digital marketing, LinkedIn, etc. Video is big, guys. There's so much you can do with video, and I really emphasize a lot with YouTube and video. Not even just YouTube, just video itself, because as you establish yourself as an authority, people will be more willing to buy from you if they know, like, and trust you. And that's just a fact. The more value you provide to your niche of clients, it'll help you win those deals. Because even before going to an on-site meeting, before I go into an on-site meeting, the majority of my customers have seen me on YouTube. They've seen my face. They know what I look like. I can tell the ones who don't like me, they just don't buy from me. They don't schedule meetings with me. But the ones who do schedule a meeting with us or my group, because I do a majority of the sales, I'll go out there, I'll do the implementations as well. The majority of them have found me through YouTube, and even Cisco's found us through YouTube and said, they need a logistics expert in wireless to help with an implementation or a design of a wireless site survey for the warehouse. So they've already seen me, they already know me, and they're comfortable with me. So anyways, get on video, guys. But anyways, the free course is here. Let me just open it up for you. It goes into, the introduction to the free course, what you can expect, and it goes into a little bit of the paid course when it's ready. So there's going to be a waiting list on it. I'm not offering it to everyone as of yet. So anyways, here is the introduction, and then the free course, you get the DAS it. And the reason why I called it DAS it, because it stands for Delegate, Automate, and Systematize it. And basically, I think this is the way majority of MSPs, IT companies, should approach their digital marketing or their marketing campaigns, is learn how to automate everything as much as you can. I've hired a lot of salespeople over the years. I've had salespeople from, anywhere from $20 an hour up to $80,000 a year plus commission, and it's been challenging. Especially when employees are entitled to certain things underneath the Ontario Labor Acts and everything. So it's difficult for you as a business owner to kind of delegate things to some of these employees, where some of them say, that's not part of my job description, etc. Especially when we were dealing with customer service reps, we wanted them to do a little bit more. We had a couple of customer service reps say, that's not part of our job description. And, what can you do, right? They're entitled to certain laws of your state laws. But anyways, I always like to emphasize delegate, automate, and systematize it, because when you have your processes and your systems and your procedures in place, all they need to do is follow those instructions that has been documented. I like to document things on video with my virtual assistants. They know every day what to do, because they could always go back to a video and learn from it, or if they forget, they go through it. I always tell them, go back to the video and go through it. Or If I have new material, I will create that document, because if my virtual assistant leaves, gets fired, leaves, decides to go away, decides to take a vacation, it's easy for us to hire someone again, go through that video, and they'll learn all that information. I don't have to spend, 10 to 12 hours or days trying to onboard someone. It just makes it a lot easier. And then when I talk about delegating all of your marketing and your lead generation strategies, again, it's systematized, it's processed, it's been already built. So if we need to ramp up automation and lead generation strategies, we're going to hire 2 or 3 more people. They're going to follow the exact same thing, or they're going to go through our hierarchy and learn from, our top reps like Deanna, right? They're going to learn from Deanna. Deanna's going to send them through training. If they have any questions, they're going to go through our Facebook group or, our Zoom calls that we have. So get into the process, guys, of doing this. DAS it. Delegate, automate, systematize it. And then here in the free course, I go through the introduction, the steps to successfully automate your lead generation strategies. I briefly describe, what has worked for us, what you should be doing, daily tasks for your virtual assistants, right? So I'm going to go through just 2 steps. I do have a lot more steps I'll show you below. So basically, blog content, posting, and outsourcing. So guys, you might have a great product, great service. We all know we do great quality work in terms of your IT practices, but if you're not found, whether it's in the top 3 of map packs, in Google search, in the top listings, then that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how great a product you have. If you can't be found, you're not going to get customers. Bottom line, that's it. So you need to start doing a daily, consistent approach of blog content, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's embed, whether it's content strategies, posting. Get it done. Get the right keywords that people are looking for in your local area, like, best managed service provider in Chicago, right? Or Microsoft Outlook expert in Chicago, right? You need to get these articles out there. Without consistency, you won't be found. Guys, it's the same thing as your competitors. Let's say, I'll give you an analogy. Let's say you guys are doing, a workout competition. The one who keeps more consistent, keeps a regimen, becomes consistent, is going to win that bodybuilding competition or that workout competition. It's the same thing as your competitors when you're competing against who's going to rank number 1, for best Microsoft Outlook expert. It's whoever is most consistent, putting out great quality content, is going to rank number 1. They're going to get majority of those calls. But if you're not doing any content strategy or outlooking or outsourcing, you're just not going to be found. So anyways, that, we're going to go into blog content, how to post, how to outsource, and what to do. LinkedIn lead generation strategies. Guys, if you're not on LinkedIn, I really recommend getting into LinkedIn. I'm going to go over the basics of getting started with LinkedIn lead generation strategies, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how do you fully automate things. Because LinkedIn lead generation, making the connection request is important. And I go through how to get your landing page done. Because as soon as you make a connection request, people see you. You need to make sure that your landing page is clearly stated what you do. For example, one of my LinkedIn profiles is, I help digital marketing agencies, or I help so-and-so, but my LinkedIn lead generation or my LinkedIn profile pages, I help warehouses so-and-so. I forgot exactly what my LinkedIn page is, but I've got 2 LinkedIn accounts. One of them is I help MSPs in IT, and then my other one is I help warehouses, because I kind of divide my time between warehouse management systems, so I help warehouses with technology, right? The other one is, I help MSPs and IT companies with lead generation strategies. So when someone comes onto my LinkedIn page, they know exactly what I'm looking for, what I'm here to help them with. So whether they like it, whether they don't, they'll either accept the connection request or they won't. So anyways, I get into LinkedIn lead generation strategies in this free course. And then, like I mentioned, the paid course is still being built out because there's just so much content. And like I mentioned, the reason why I made it is because we had so many requests of, well, how do you get leads? How do you do video? What kind of equipment? So this is establishing your authority with video, the know, like, and trust. I go over what kind of equipment. You guys are gonna learn from my mistake, because I spent over $15,000 on video equipment, whereas I could have only spent a couple of $100 just to get started. But for me, I like to go all out, and that was my problem. And I still have that problem. I like to go all out. When I had my print company, I always like to have double or triple of everything in case, let's say, a printer went down. I would want 2 to 3 as a backup because I didn't want volume to stop. And even though a printer was $20,000 or $60,000, I'd buy 2 of them. But anyways, this is establishing your authority with video, know, like, and trust. I go through what equipment you need, how to get started with YouTube, how to create your YouTube channel, how to start incorporating this into lead generation. Then this is YouTube for IT contractors, cabling, wireless professionals. This goes into kind of more the advanced strategies of paid versus unpaid, not paid. With YouTube, I'm going to just touch on this a little bit. YouTube is great because you can target your demographics in, let's say, New York. You could target anyone that lives in Rochester, New York. I want to target people that are in market for buying. So you can target, YouTube has great analytics. You can target people who are in the market of buying. And then based on that filter, you can say, I want to create people who are in the market for buying, but also, nail it down to people who are in the market that are looking for specific products. For example, I want to target people who are in the market of buying, but based on a keyword like zebra or a barcode scanner or something. So if they don't click on it or they don't click on my ad, I don't care because they weren't in the market for buying my specific product. But if they were, I'd pay for that click, or I'd pay for that, that ad, which is only pennies or cents compared to Google AdWords in Google search. Because Google search, sometimes you pay $10 to $20 per lead and it doesn't go anywhere. But with YouTube, it's different. You're paying a lot less. YouTube is like the untapped market right now. But anyways, let's get into the next one. That needs to be edited. Advanced LinkedIn automation. I kind of tell you how to do advanced LinkedIn automation, whether it's using tools or your VAs. And guys, all of this stuff here that I talk about here is not you doing it as a business owner. You probably have maybe like 5 or 10% involvement of more delegating, but majority of the stuff here in this course is all done through a virtual assistant, because you don't need to be spending time doing link building, paying for articles. I think majority of the stuff is getting on video, or even if not, I even teach you the strategies, how to hire, a spokesperson, a video person, and I'm going to show you examples. So like I mentioned, you're not going to be doing a lot of the stuff, but your VA is going to be able to join our group, learn from our VAs, and that's going to be like your own team. So I teach strategies of like, do you hire part-time? Do you hire full-time? So advanced LinkedIn automation, managing and hiring your virtual assistant. So I go through, how to hire a qualified virtual assistant. Should I hire part-time or full-time? How to monitor your virtual assistants, work and pay. Where do my virtual assistants start? Vacation pay bonus, hiring a second virtual assistants, the do's and the don'ts. I've hired like tons of VAs. I've had VAs where, they're holding their baby, they're working on 2 computers, their keyboard action, their monitor action is low. I talk about all the stuff that I've learned. So, not just lead generation, administrative tasks as well. Guys, I go through, right, because lead generation, I say you keep running every day, because the moment you take your foot off the gas pedal is the moment you're not generating leads, you're not getting calls. But in the meantime, they're all doing everything virtually on their PC. So what's stopping them from, setting up your VoIP calls, your online chats, doing other lead generation strategies, doing other things outside of lead generation? So I go through this. I teach you how to get them set up on a VoIP website chat, tools to use to communicate with them through Zoom calls, Skype, other tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. And then also how to give them other tasks to learn. This is important because this is the exact steps that I do to delegate everything, to make it easier. So the next lesson is Google My Business. Now, this is how we do Google My Business postings, how we do link wheels, how we get found with like search terms like MSP near me. And if you look at some of my videos, like I rank for some of the keywords that, that we're looking for to rank for. And we've done that easily just through delegating, through geotagging and everything. So I go into more detail. SEO for your blog, I go through SEO basics, backlinks, and more. And like I said, you don't have to be an SEO expert because SEO is not hard. There's like certain fundamentals, there's content, there's backlinks, and that's how it comes in. There's keyword research, but you don't need to do and invest into thousands of dollars of tools because we have those tools. Utilize our tools. Your VA joins our group. They say, okay, well, we need to write an article. We do the keyword research. We populate it for you. Your VA outsources it. Your VA posts it to their blog, and done. So everything it's kind of like you have your own marketing team for $2 to $4 an hour. Guys, virtual assistants are $2 to $4 an hour, sometimes $6, but compensate them well. I go through all of this here in SEO for blog. Cold email outreach strategies. Guys, I've had debate. People are saying cold email outreach doesn't work. It works. It works 100% because I click on a lot of emails if the subject line, is great. And cold email outreach is a numbers game. You send out 100 emails, you might get 0.1, you might get 1% of those. Send 1,000, right, it increases. Send 10,000, you just need to keep build your list, build your authority, get the content. All of these strategies work. Sometimes we get 1 or 2 a month, sometimes we get 1 or 2 a week, it just really depends. But you randomize, you do everything, and you kind of see what's working, you document, and then you increase. Sometimes you might say, well, I want to hire another VA on, LinkedIn automation because it's working for us. Or I want to hire 2 VAs on cold email outreach. But as long as they have the system and the process to learn from, this is the basis of what you need to get started for your lead generation strategies. And then Facebook. Facebook for IT contractors. Does it work or doesn't? I'm going to tell you one thing, that it doesn't work for cold, but it works for warm because of branding. It helps build your brand. And this is where retargeting and pixel strategies come into play. But anyways, this is majority of the course. I want to give you what's included in the free and what to expect for the paid. Like I mentioned, when you join our directory listing on Site Survey Pros, you get a discount for our MSP lead generation course. Right now, the paid course is going to be about $19.97. Most programs out there that I've seen are, I think, $5,000, but right now we're at $19.97. It's going to increase to $2,997, but we are accepting some beta students at a low price of $19.97 for now. And those of you who join our MSP directory for cabling, contractors, and wireless site surveys, you'll get a discount for it. So anyways, I wanted to make the video. Sorry, it's a little bit long, but I just wanted to explain what's going to be in our free lead gen course and in our paid lead gen course.